What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Chris, back again with another video for you guys today. This one's going to be another Thursday flipping guide, an investment guide for you guys this Thursday. I do believe the market is going to rise. In markets that are usually just panic selling every single day, the market usually does go up Thursday. I've said this a couple days now. I do think the market is going to do very well on Thursday. So let's kind of get into some of the things that we could be looking at. First thing of note, I just want to show you guys like kind of some of the things I've been doing. Same thing, man. Icons, special cards, a lot of that kind of stuff. Just flipping a bunch of stuff. This guy like 135. Picked one of these cards up. Let me see what happens with him on Thursday, and also out of packs as well. Got a play here, 56. Just a little flip here. I've just been flipping, man. That's all I've really been doing. Today is obviously was New Year's Eve, so I didn't really play the game too much. So I wasn't really on. But first item of note I want to talk to you guys about is Team of the Week. So the Team of the Week is not actually great this week. We have a couple players that kind of stand out. We have like Trent and we have Martial, but that's really it. So there's not much in terms of link investments that can be done. You could obviously look at Liverpool players like nominee Fabinho and stuff like that to link with him. Same thing as last week. If you already see that these cards are inflated, you probably want to get out by Wednesday night, because on Thursday they're going to drop down in price. They always do it. When people overinvest in a card, it always drops because they're always told to sell one day and one specific time. And when that happens and you have multiple people doing that, you know, they could be buying 15 to 50 Fabinhos, whoever knows. And they're going to list up at all the same time. So just something to kind of look at. I think with Martial, if he's a striker, you could see strikers going down in price from the Premier League. And then right backs like Trent Alexander-Arnold, you could probably see his previous inform dropping, depending on the price. Now, if the price of Trent's new card is going to be very expensive, you might see that first inform go up again because it's just too expensive. But I would also be careful because I don't even know if Trent could get in, because he will get into Team of the Year. He should be getting into Team of the Year. He had a really good year last year. And he's like leading the Prem fullbacks like with assists. So I think he's going to get in. I don't know if he's going to get into Team of the Week, but I think Martial is pretty much going to get in. The rest of the Team of the Week doesn't look great, so it is what it is. But for some Thursday flipping, we got to go on to Flippin, because that's kind of like where we go for this kind of stuff. And I want to talk to you guys because people sometimes don't understand Thursday flipping. It's getting cards at good deals on Wednesday, not particularly buying at the current price. You always want to look at them on their fluctuation. I always tell you guys this, but I just want to go into that as we get into flipping here. So the first type of players that I think is going to do pretty well on Thursday is nominee cards. I think these cards are nice. They have a really nice image, really good dynamics. They do have some sort of upgrade on the card as well. So I do believe people will prefer to play with these cards. Now, some of the cards that I like for this week, I think that from this first page, I think like Koulibaly could rise a bit. Fabinho, Frankie de Jong, I like. I believe Frankie de Jong went up last week on Thursday, if I'm correct. It doesn't even show here on Flippin'. These fuckers. Oh, he did go up a bit. Like, that was average listing price. So he did go up a bit. I like Laporte. I like Ter Stegen. I like Wijnaldum. I like that a little bit. Although that might be inflated due to the link to Trent. Is that the case here? No, it's not. So he actually isn't that high. So that's not bad. You know, if you get him at, say for example, this is kind of like how you look at Thursday flipping. So say today is Wednesday, which it is when you're watching this video. And his graph today, if you want to buy this card for Thursday, you want to look at him. Okay, he's been 45 today multiple times, 45.7 at one point. You want to get him around this 42, 43 range, because that's the lowest he's been on the day. So even if he was to normally fluctuate at 45.7, you're still making a little bit of profit. And all it takes is him going up 4 to 5K for you to make about 4 or 5K a card. So that is why getting them on their good fluctuations is something to look at. So I like Wijnaldum, right? I like the Liverpool players, as long as they're not overinvested in. If you see those cards, if you see Wijnaldum at 55, 56K on Wednesday night, you got to get out of that, because on Thursday it's going to go down in price. I like Erickson, I like Dybala, I like Firmino, although he does have another special card. Robertson I like. Left backs in the Prem, I know Mendy is out there, but I do like Robertson just because of the, the Liverpool. Luka Modric, Alexandro is fine. Raheem Sterling, Jordi Alba, all of these kind of cards. The 100k to like 100 and even like 200k, like this Aguero should rise on Thursday as well, in my opinion. So maybe like you get this card at, if you look at his hourly graph, and the market is very high at the moment because there's less people on the game, and I'm recording this late night. But if you got him at like 192 and he goes to about 212, you're making 10k a card by doing that. So something to look out for there. I like Sergio Ramos. I like Jordi Alba. Kevin De Bruyne, like this is 260 at the moment, but if you see him at 240 earlier in the daytime, that's something to kind of look out for. I do think that the market is going to be, you see this right here, 240. So maybe getting on the game early, guys, before 6 p.m. is probably what you want to be looking at to buy these cards and to make some good profits. So maybe get on the game before 6 p.m. UK to buy, Marco Reus, Aubameyang, right? Aubameyang could get held a bit. Same with Aguero if Martial is released as a striker, which he should be. And then in terms of some other cards, like popular cards, specials, right? This Gnabry is getting searched up a lot right here. This is something that very well could go up straight out of packs. There was not much supply from this team of the week, and if he's 59k, I could see this going to 66, 67 by Wednesday night, and we'll see what happens on Thursday. Look at like who is being searched up a lot. Road to the Fall, Mahrez, you can look at. Dele Alli Scream Card, he did well last week for us. Suarez's informs even being searched a lot. Lewandowski, Roman Yoli, again, another Thursday flipper that does usually well. The Scream cards always do somewhat well. I even like Gold Salah. Like, he's 164k. Like, that is a card that if you get him at, like, 160 and under, I like that for tomorrow. Easy 175, in my opinion. Because if you look at the all golds, you look at some of the ones that get kind of searched up more, like Royce, Laporte. I wouldn't really go with Laporte. He's more SBC fodder. But you go look at, like, Conte. I like Conte at 190, right? If he's 195 right now, I like that, because he's been dropping since last Thursday. He was 230 on last Thursday, and he did go up. Remember, he did go up. He won 222 to 229 average listing price, but that's not accurate because that card I sold for 243. So that was a really good rise on Thursday. I'm going to probably go pick up a couple of him this Thursday or tomorrow because I think he'll do well Thursday. Again, not much else on this list as well, but kind of looking at like Gold Salah, Aubameyang, right? Like, look at those kind of same players, Griezmann, stuff like that. Should do well. Now going through, if we go on to icons, should do well Thursday as well. Icons, they've been continually dropping every single day for the last week. I do believe them. They're going to go up. Like they did last Thursday, I do think they're going to go up a good amount. So if you get a deal on an icon on Wednesday and you can't seem to sell them on Thursday, you know what? You wait. Or you can't sell them on Wednesday, just wait till Thursday and just sell, in my opinion. Go through this, please. This is like one of the most important things for you guys with Thursday flipping is getting cards that, this card did very well last week. So what I did was that I sold this card for 147k. I bought it though on his fluctuation. So where is this? So Wednesday 135 and he went to 138, which only shows a 4k average listing price. But you have to know that the average listing price is calculated through all 24 hours in the day. So sometimes it's not the best representation of where they actually go on Thursday. But he did rise. So for me, looking at terms of tomorrow, right? If I was judging off of today's graph, he was 135 at his peak, and it was as low as 121. You see how it went as low as 121? That's the buy. That is the buy. You buy it at that price, and then all it takes is him going up 7, 8k for you to make like 15k a card. But if you were to buy him at 135 at his peak on Wednesday, and he only goes up 142, 143, you're only really making like 1 to 2k a card. So that's why it's so important, guys. Even if getting him at 130 and selling him 145 is still a better deal than going to 135 and selling him 145. It's all about the fluctuations and buying them when they do get low on the Wednesday. And I get it, sometimes it does, it is hard to find the fluctuation because sometimes you do miss it. That's why you got to be on this market at all times on Wednesday. Wednesday is one of the most important days because it sets yourself up for Thursday. Okay, I like this Sterling, right? This is 150k at the moment, or 160. Okay, and if you look at yesterday's graph, he went to 167 and 168 multiple times, but he did go as low as 150. So when he goes as low as 150, that's the time to pick him up. I bought 2 last Wednesday at 150, and I saw them both at 175. So he might have went up from 165 to 175, but I was able to get him up. I was able to get him at 150 when he got low. So I would look around on that kind of stuff. Any of these should do well, like Koulibaly, Ramos, Ter Stegen, Salah, Lewandowski, Kane. Even like a guy like Mertens should do well on Thursday as well. Look through a lot of the Team of the Weeks, any of the meta cards. Some roads to the finals that are used a lot. Maybe looking at a guy like Thomas Partey, if you find him at like low 80s tomorrow, maybe goes to high 80s, low 90s. Lloris, Torreira, Depay, stuff like that. I'd be careful with this Martial left wing. He could get panic sold a bit. We did see how Allen's card affected his road to the final this week, so I would be very careful with the road to the final. Martial, he's at 470. Potentially could get a striker card. And the Screams, man. You guys know I love Scream cards. So if I were you, I'd pay attention to this right wing Adama card, because this card, if it gets low enough, it did still have the hype from Texas video. And he went up a lot this week. And that's still the better version of the card. So I'd be careful. I would look at this. A lot of this stuff is really inflated at the moment. So let people kind of get back onto the game and then start buying Wednesday morning-ish. But I like Trippier. I like St. Juste, Cruz, Aspas, Gamera. I like a lot of these stream cards always for Thursdays. So I would continually look at that. James Rodriguez, Otamendi. You know, even like Dele Alli is a great one for Thursdays. I love Dele Alli for Thursday. This week, instead of buying 1 or 2 of one player, I'm going to probably buy like 5 to 10. Just because I have about 6 million coins to kind of go in on cards. And I'm trying to make like, trying to get to like 6.5 mil by the weekend. And then just kind of trade to 7 mil by team of the year. That's kind of the plan. Go look at Bernard this week. Look at Romagnoli. And then look at also cards that, like, if they're in the new team of the week, look and see if like some random cards are getting panic sold for no reason whatsoever. They should go up in the rebound. Okay, so I would look at stuff like that for Thursday this week. You guys know the drill. Get them on their low fluctuation on Wednesday. They go up about 5 to 10,000 coins on Thursday, and then you make a really good profit. So hope you guys did enjoy this video today. Make sure you guys do drop a like, comment, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll talk to you guys in a video soon. Peace out.